The gap on the hedge on this shortened circuit in the second of our kart races for today, the junior kart race over 6 laps, and very exciting it is indeed. And we have the same grid as they qualified this morning. Kieran O'Carroll on pole position, Alan Dwyer beside him, then Niall Doherty, Richie Faulkner. A lot of these the sons of racing drivers, Gareth.
Yeah, very much so. There's quite a few very famous people in there, including Seamus O'Halloran, as you were saying earlier, who is the president of the Rose of Tralee Festival. And we've also got Robert Coleman in there, son of the very, very famous Billy, who I was only talking to there at the Killarney Rally of the Lakes earlier on in the year.
They're coming down now, and this is how it is. It's a rolling start. They wait to see if the lights change. They can see the smoke. They're on a flyer. Pole position man, but again, from the outside of the front row, number 2, can he do it? He's done it again. Slipped his way through, but number 44, young Richie Faulkner, up into second place. A little slide there as they head out to a very sharp left-hander, and then this gap in the hedge which shortened the circuit down just down to a mile. And it is indeed number 2, Alan Dwyer from Richie Faulkner. And who will come out of the gap in the hedge? Let us see, because into these S's, a very tight S's, and look at this, Faulkner all over the back of Dwyer.
The thing I can't get over is how cool and calculated these young drivers are, because I know, having driven a kart a couple of times, as you did yourself, Brian, the fear and the unpredictability tends to put you off, but these young fellas are actually feeling it literally from the base of their seat.
From the backside, as the man would say. They're sitting on this fiberglass seat. They're a couple of inches off the ground. And look at 44, that's Richie Faulkner. Down the outside, it's a long way round, but sitting there in the background, number 3, Matthew Griffin. Will anything happen? He's looking at that inside line, a little nudge in the bump, and he's got the inside line. Faulkner on the outside line, and our leaders bump back into third place. So Dwyer back into third, Faulkner in second. But our new leader is Matthew Griffin as they head for the hole in the hedge, as we call it.
I'd be prepared to put a couple of bob on Richie, actually, in this one, son of Peter, as you know, because it looks as if he's going out for a good win on this one, sitting very, very well and tight in second place there.
Yes, and these 3 will break away as they did before, but the bunch in the background, sometimes 3 abreast. But look at this, the 2 at the moment. 44 is Richie Faulkner looking at that inside line, but just doesn't have the grunt up the hill at the moment. Matthew Griffin holding that lead as they round Dunlop, using all the road. They don't want to get in the rumble strips of these lads because they'll be shook out of the cars. Putting their hand back there to block the air, to richen the mixture on the carburettor. That helps them go that little quicker down the stage. But look at the number 3 there. Griffin holding that inside line, has a quick look to see if there anybody close, zooms out to the quick line. Faulkner trying to do something, but he's gone very wide as they head for the left-hander, and Faulkner can come around the inside. Now remember, the next one is a right-hander. Will Faulkner make it into that? No. Still again, Griffin just gets in through there and closes the door, but we've a new second place man, Alan Dwyer, and Faulkner's back into third.
A lot of these lads were telling me earlier they find the Mondello course very, very bumpy. Obviously Kilcornan and Limerick and Watergrass Hill in County Cork would be their ideal racing grounds, but you only have to look. These karts are actually lifting off the ground in some of these more deceptive bumps.
Now the one to watch is number 77. Our pole position man has just got alongside Faulkner as they come round, as they're coming down the straight. So the inside line Faulkner has, but Kieran just tried to get in there, and Faulkner taking a slingshot down the outside. Will he be quick enough? Number 2, Dwyer, having a look at the inside with a battle for the lead again. Dwyer, that inside line, tremendous on the brakes, but has to go wide. Once you come in tight there, you go wide, and there's a chance of getting it. Now still 2 abreast between Dwyer and Griffin as they head, but Dwyer it is, outside, and Griffin nipping through again, and again the pole position man Kieran O'Carroll just sitting there waiting to see will something happen between these 2.
Richie Faulkner letting himself down a little bit there, unfortunately. It looks as if he may have slipped back into 4th place, I think it is, and there's Kieran O'Carroll taking up the 3rd position. But it's a gaggle of young men here fighting for a big and a very close win, almost like an angry hornet.
You can see what's happening there, because the first 3 were really fighting. We've got people now beginning to claw their way back up. Number 6, Seamus O'Halloran there, followed very successful Formula 4 driver as well as being involved with the Rose of Tralee. But look, a pole position now, and Kieran O'Carroll's moved into second place, and 55 begin to make a name himself. Owen Murray has moved up into third place. So these 2 are coming through the ranks while everybody's falling over each other. With a new third place man, Richie Faulkner's falling back, and again Matthew Griffin falling back. So in second place now, Kieran O'Carroll, who was on the front row of the grid, don't get a rolling start, didn't get such a flyer, seems to be in trouble there. Matthew Griffin not really throwing the kart around as he was, but that is our leader, Alan Dwyer, as they come up not by an awful lot. Kieran O'Carroll looking at the inside line, and a new name there, Owen Murray, really pushing on, and Faulkner back into 4th place and in with the toe, and just a little nudge there on Murray, trying to get down the straight. Now Faulkner seems to have the edge down the straight and get a little slingshot, but it's a long way down that outside road. The man that is latest on the brakes is our lead there, number 2, Alan Dwyer, just flicks it in, working at the wheel there, gets the power down, but it comes out very wide. And again, Kieran O'Carroll just shadowing all the way through the left-hander, up to the hole in the head. This is really on the brakes. Will O'Carroll have a look at the inside? Locks a wheel there, actually, as they go to it. And our third place man is now Richie Faulkner back into third, so he's woken up again, Gareth.
Indeed, and Alan is there and he's holding on just by the skin of his teeth. Kieran O'Connor giving him O'Carroll, should I say, giving him a real run for his money. Richie Faulkner there, sitting a little bit too far back, unfortunately, to actually grab that place that I know he's looking for. So it's 2:77, in fact. That's 2:77 and 44 at the moment.
And number 3 climbing up into 4th place there is Matthew Griffin, and in 5th is Owen Murray. But the flag is there. And again, a superb finish, but it was Dwyer who got it on that last lap. We couldn't see if they were actually going to come across the line side by side, but he held it, coming down the straight. There they are, out into it. We'll have to have another look at that to find out who it was who actually pipped. Hands out, the best of friends after these races. We're going to have a look back and see if we can pick out just who it was who pipped everybody. As they come round the corner, you can see Dwyer bouncing in the car. 77 there, Kieran O'Carroll, but the danger man out the outside, Faulkner, he's having a run at it. O'Carroll not making life easy for him, but Dwyer looking over his shoulder, he has it by a cart length. So the results of the junior cars, our second junior car, Dwyer from Cork, a Dubliner last in there, Richie Faulkner from Dublin, and a Cork man in 4th.